Welcome back to another highly anticipated episode of PNT Out Loud, The Final Verdict. I am your host, Josh, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be sitting behind this mic today. If you are tuning in, you already know we don't just skim the surface here. We dive deep, we get into the weeds, and we do not hold back. Today, we are talking about a product that is aggressively disrupting the tech wearable space. A product that literally strips away the one thing we all thought was completely essential to a smartwatch. I am talking about the brand new Garmin CIRQA. Yes, you heard me right. Garmin has officially entered the chat with a screenless fitness tracker. No display, no glowing lights, no buzzing notifications distracting you during dinner. Just raw, unfiltered, 24/7 health tracking. Garmin dropped this on us last month, and I have been putting it through the absolute ringer to see if it is actually worth your hard-earned cash. Is it the ultimate wearable? Is it the whoop killer? Or is it just another piece of fabric on your wrist? Grab a drink, settle in, and let's get down to business. Let's set the stage here, folks. We are living in an era of absolute notification fatigue. Our phones are constantly lighting up, our tablets are pinging, our computers are flashing, and for the last 10 years, our wrists have been buzzing nonstop. It is exhausting. Sometimes you just want to disconnect. You want to wear a classic, beautiful mechanical watch on your left wrist, but you still want the data. You still want to know your resting heart rate, your sleep score, and your recovery metrics. Enter the Garmin CIRQA. When you first unbox this thing, you are going to be shocked by how minimalist it is. It is essentially a soft fabric loop with a tiny sensor module built completely flush into the strap. It weighs 20 grams. 20. You put it on, and within 5 minutes you completely forget it is there. Garmin is offering this in 4 distinct, very classy colors: black, French gray, mauve, and Captain Blue. And because there is no screen, it just looks like a stylish woven bracelet. Nobody's going to ask you, oh, what kind of smartwatch is that? It is completely stealth. It is the ninja of fitness trackers. But do not let the simple look fool you. Under the hood, this thing is packing Garmin's Gen 4 optical heart rate sensor. It is continuously tracking your heart rate variability, or HRV, your respiration, your pulse ox, your skin temperature, and your stress levels. All of that data silently syncs straight to the free Garmin Connect app on your phone. Now let's talk about the absolute best part of this device. Let's talk about the workout experience. Because there is no screen and no buttons to press, the CIRQA relies entirely on Garmin's automatic activity detection. It recognizes over 80 different sport types. Let me paint a picture for you on how this plays out in the real world. When I hit my daily workout, I am completely locked in. I strap on my 20-pound weighted vest, I crank up the inclined treadmill, and I just grind. Once the cardio is done, I immediately transition and jump onto my 360-degree balancing wobble plank board for some brutal core stability work. During a session like that, my hands are tied up, I am sweating, and the absolute last thing I want to do is fiddle with a tiny smartwatch screen with wet fingers just to make sure I hit Start Workout. With the Garmin CIRQA, I don't have to do anything. It just knows. It feels the elevated heart rate, it senses the movement mechanics of the inclined treadmill, and it silently starts logging the session. When I'm done trembling on the wobble board and I finally sit down to catch my breath, I just open the Garmin Connect app on my phone and boom. The entire workout is right there. Heart rate zones, duration, estimated calories burned, and my recovery time estimate. It is seamless, it is effortless, and quite frankly, it is brilliant. If you are someone who does heavy kettlebell work, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or serious weightlifting, having a bulky glass screen on your wrist is a massive liability. The soft fabric of the CIRQA eliminates that risk completely. And if you don't even want it on your wrist, Garmin sells an optional bicep band for $59, so you can move it completely out of the way while you train. Let's transition into sleep and recovery because this is where the CIRQA truly shines. I cannot stand wearing a massive, clunky metal watch to bed. It gets caught on the sheets, it digs into your wrist, and if you accidentally bump it in the middle of the night, the screen lights up the entire bedroom like a supernova. The CIRQA completely solves this. It is so slim and soft, it is arguably the most comfortable sleep tracker I have ever tested. And while you are sleeping, it is working overtime. It is tracking your sleep stages, giving you a sleep score, and calculating your body battery, which is Garmin's incredible metric that basically tells you how much juice you have left in the tank for the day. It also tracks your overnight HRV status, which is a massive indicator of how well your central nervous system is recovering from the stress of daily life and heavy training. You wake up, check your phone, and you know instantly if you should push hard on the treadmill today, or if you need to take a rest day. Okay, we need to address the massive glowing elephant in the room: price and subscriptions. For the last few years, if you wanted a screenless fitness tracker, your main option was Whoop. Whoop makes a great device, but they charge you a monthly subscription fee. You are paying upwards of $288 a year every single year just to access your own body's data. Garmin looked at that business model and said, absolutely not. The Garmin CIRQA costs $199.99 upfront, period. There are no required subscriptions. You buy the hardware, and all of your core health metrics, your sleep data, your stress tracking, and your auto-detected workouts are free in the Garmin Connect app for life. There is an optional Connect Plus plan for around $11 a month if you want premium AI-driven insights, but your actual data is never locked behind a paywall. Over the course of just 1 year, the Garmin CIRQA is drastically cheaper than its main competitor. Over 2 or 3 years, you are saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That is a massive win for the consumer. Oh, and did I mention the battery life? Because there is no screen to power, the CIRQA gets up to 10 days of battery life on a single charge. You only have to take this thing off 3 times a month to charge it. That means fewer gaps in your sleep data and way less battery anxiety. Now, I always promise you guys the complete, unfiltered truth, so let's talk about the drawbacks. Where does the CIRQA fall short? First, there is no onboard GPS. If you are an outdoor runner or a cyclist and you want to track your route and your exact pace, you absolutely must have your smartphone with you. The CIRQA piggybacks off your phone's GPS. If you want to leave your phone at home, this is not the tracker for you. Second, it does not have an ECG sensor for taking electrocardiograms. And finally, you have to be mentally prepared for the reality of a screenless device. There is a learning curve to the silence. When you hit your daily step goal, there is no vibration. There are no haptic feedback alerts. If you want to know what your heart rate is in the middle of a heavy set, you can't just glance at your wrist. You have to open your phone. For some people, that is a deal breaker. So, it is time for the final verdict. Should you buy the Garmin CIRQA? If you are a hardcore marathoner who needs split times instantly on your wrist, no. Stick to a Garmin Forerunner or a Fenix. But, if you are someone who is tired of screens, if you are someone who loves wearing traditional analog watches but still wants elite-level health tracking, if you want a comfortable sleep tracker with a 10-day battery life, and most importantly, if you are sick and tired of paying monthly subscriptions just to see your own health data, then the Garmin CIRQA is an absolute home run. At $199, it is easily one of the best investments you can make in your personal health journey right now. Garmin took a huge risk stripping away the screen, but they executed it perfectly. Alright, my friends, that is going to wrap it up for today's deep dive. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me. If you love the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend who is obsessed with fitness gear, and leave a review. Keep rocking, keep innovating, take care of yourselves, God bless, and I will catch you all on the next episode of PNT Out Loud, the final verdict. Peace.